listening to the Agent Survival Guide podcast, a podcast for today's insurance agents. Informing, educating, empowering, improving the way you do business in an industry that's anything but static.
In today's episode, making the decision to be an insurance agent probably felt pretty easy, but deciding what kind of products to sell, that's where things can get difficult. If you're looking for some advice, we've got your back. Selling Medicare Insurance, Why It's Worth It, written by Roxanne Anderson. When it comes to selling Medicare, it's good to know that there's a steady supply of potential clients. More and more people age into Medicare every day, and that's not a cycle that's ending anytime soon. 4 million Medicare consumers are aging into the product in 2026, and the last of the baby boomer generation will turn 65 in 2030. Baby boomers will need a helpful agent in their corner to help them navigate the differences in plans and so on, so this is the time to start preparing and getting up to speed with Medicare products before the market diversifies. The generation behind the baby boomers will also need assistance. There are 65 million Gen Xers who are waiting for support as they turn 65. You can start educating these individuals now before it's time for them to select a Medicare plan. With the promise of thousands of people turning 65 every day, the senior market is and will remain plentiful with sales opportunities for quite a long time. Another perk of selling Medicare is that the private Medicare market is popular among shoppers. In 2007, Medicare Advantage enrollment accounted for only 17% of Medicare enrollment. According to KFF, 35 million Medicare enrollees were enrolled in Medicare Advantage in 2026. That's 55% of all Medicare beneficiaries. Today, most Americans select a private Medicare plan compared to those operated largely by the government. Statistics don't lie. It's evident that shoppers are interested in doing business within the private Medicare market and that the time is ripe for agents to offer those plans. We also know that working with the over 65 crowd is rewarding. For many people, turning 65 is not a highly anticipated event. In fact, it can be quite the opposite. Besides, being faced with lifestyle changes, financial planning, and legal worries, seniors must also try to find an affordable health coverage that meets their needs. With dozens of MA and prescription drug plans available, this feat is often easier said than done on their own. By offering just a little knowledge, you can help seniors stop spending their golden years worrying about their health care while simultaneously financially providing for yourself. It's a win-win scenario. And while we're on the subject of feeling good about the work you do, the private Medicare market is built with ethical interests in mind. It's no secret that the marketing guidelines established by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid can be challenging. However, the fact that the Medicare market is federally regulated should actually be considered a blessing. CMS's marketing guidelines clearly outline appropriate selling practices for agents. They also help hold agents accountable for selling in an ethical manner, a fact that's likely valued by the seniors in your market. Retired seniors must enroll in Medicare Part B when they are eligible and begin paying the premium or risk paying a late enrollment penalty. If a senior is interested in enrolling in a Medicare Advantage or Medicare Supplement plan, ensure that they have previously enrolled in Medicare Parts A and B to avoid the late enrollment penalty. Medicare Advantage plans include coverage that a beneficiary would receive with original Medicare as well as additional benefits. Knowing what is available through Medicare Parts A and B lets you know what the senior market is left wanting. Offering private plans that fill those gaps and provide selection to seniors is what makes the market so worthwhile. Another plus worth mentioning, agents within the senior market have the ability to sell a variety of products to their clients. Once you have the proper licenses, certifications, and contracts with carriers, agents can sell MA plans, MAPD plans, special needs plans, standalone prescription drug plans, or Medicare supplement plans to people turning 65 or those over 65, as well as individuals with certain disabilities. Moreover, you can also cross-sell additional coverage options, including hospital indemnity, cancer, critical illness, life, and dental, vision, and hearing insurance, as well as long-term care and final expense coverage. There's a lot of value in having the opportunity to assist individuals in finding coverage they need across the different facets of life. Lastly, you're not alone in your efforts. Over the past 50 years, there have been many advances in the market. As a result, selling Medicare is easier than ever before, especially with the help of field marketing organizations like Ritter Insurance Marketing. These organizations support agents by connecting them with the prospects and tools they need to improve your book of business. From quality leads for purchase to quoting and enrollment tools, FMOs act as a go-between for the agents and carriers so brokers' jobs are as easy as possible. Since the establishment of Medicare for those eligible in America, the health insurance market and the world have been changed significantly. The security of thousands of people turning 65 every day and societal advances in legislation and technology have resulted in the perfect market conditions for Medicare products. If you're an agent who isn't working in the Medicare field, take a moment to reconsider your sales strategy before you miss out on this great opportunity to secure a successful selling career. Selling Medicare with Ritter is as easy as possible with our top-tier sales team and diverse library of competitive contracts. You can click the link in our episode notes to register with Ritter today for free to have access to this and so much more. Now that you've listened to this episode, we hope you're starting to feel more sure about yourself as an agent and the products you're selling. Here at Ritter, we can't wait to help you kickstart your journey. Thanks so much for listening. We will see you in the next episode. The Agent Survival Guide podcast is a production of Ritter Insurance Marketing, an integrity company. This episode was written by Roxanne Anderson. Script adaptation, recording, and production by me, Emma Hazard. Podcast design by Irvin Rivera. Rate and review our show on Apple or Spotify.